Now, every week we take a closer look at the inner workings of the sports world in our deep dive.
What a week it was in Brisbane with the first State of Origin. Sorry to say it, Timmy. Queensland got the win.
Well, there's two games to go. Julie, I'm over that. We march on to Perth. But what we've done here is we've had a look at the way the whole thing works. Yeah. Origin, over 40 years.
Dane Gagai bursts away to break blue hearts yet again. With a capacity crowd, millions watching on TV, Origin turned 40 years old.
And away they go.
A very different scene back in 1980. This new novelty idea, State of Origin, was thought up because Queensland Rugby League was on its knees. The Maroons' best players were in Sydney and representing New South Wales.
Yeah, that was the theme that it wasn't going to work. People were going to turn up for it. However, a certain guy called Arthur Beeson changed all that after left a legacy on the footy field. It's history now. What it's created. It was the goose that laid the golden egg, but we didn't realise it back in the day.
It wasn't long before Origin gained a life of its own.
It was mate versus mate, so really that sort of kicked it off, and I think that first game in 1980 shaped the whole of Queensland sport, to be honest, across the board. So every sport and every level is now them versus us.
From Coolangatta to the Cape, Origin was everything.
For me, it's bigger than Christmas, it's bigger than birthdays. It's like the event of the year. There's something about Origin that just gets Queenslanders up.
One thing that hasn't changed over the course of the 40 years is the Caxton Hotel. It is crazy. Let's go straight in here and see what happens in the Caxton Hotel. What's happening in the Caxton Hotel, guys? What's happening in the Caxton? Where's some noise? This is the Caxton Hotel.
Sources tell me it's around $15 million of investment comes into the Queensland economy. Just think about how many million litres of beer Forex is going to get drunk tonight. I'm also told, here's an interesting statistic, this is the night of nights for the pizza industry, for everybody at home. We've got people staying in hotels, we've got people catching buses, taxis, using the Ubers around town. It's a great investment into our city, but there's more than that as well. What this actually delivers is the biggest night for developing civic pride. We're proud of our footy players. We're proud of our success in State of Origin. And so nights like tonight do great things for our community. They bring people together. They give us a common cause against the Blues. And they make us feel good about ourselves, cheering on our players.
Go mighty Queensland!
As we reflect on what this concept has become, a multi-million-dollar enterprise with record TV ratings, huge pay packets and hefty ticket prices, it also transcends sport. State of Origin is the hook that many important messages are given a voice. Former Queensland superstar Steve the Pearl Renouf is involved with Indigenous and Torres Strait Islander programs, such as Deadly Choices.
Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, if they go and get a 715 health check, which historically that didn't happen, from the clinic, one of our clinics, they'll get one of these shirts. And we've been doing this 10 years, and it's just changed the face of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander health.
Another proud Maroon, Jean Miles, runs the FOGS, the former Origin Greats organisation.
We use the game as the hook to get the children to school. It's called the Artie Academy, and Arthur's legacy is that for the kids to go to school, Indigenous kids to go to school, get educated and get a job.
In New South Wales, crucial messages also get traction through the Broadway appeal of State of Origin. 2 weeks ago, the Blues and Transport New South Wales launched a road safety program through the eyes of coach Brad Fittler and his advisor Greg Alexander. 27 years ago, Greg's brother Ben died tragically in a car accident. He was also Brad's best friend.
Drink driving was something that we just did. If we were getting home from the club late at night, we'd drive home. It's just from that day on, it just was an absolute no. It was just, you understood the consequences.
What they do on the road
not only impacts them, but impacts families and communities.
One of the real privileges of being involved with New South Wales Rugby League is that it gives us an opportunity to use our brand and to use our reach for community good.
One thing is for certain, regardless of who wins the silverware, the biggest winner in this whole affair is the concept called State of Origin.